Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Kenya Today TV. My name is Salet Atieno, and without further ado, let's dive into our conversation today. With me in our studios today, we have
Ojwang Odero.
The one and only, Mr. Sport Check.
Yes, or if you like, you can call me the double O.
Nice one.
Ojwang Odero.
Ojwang Odero.
Yes.
So, guys, we are seeing arising scenarios of which ni vitu zenye zina happen. The other day, it's been 2 years.
Yes.
Ever since we elected our president into office, but there has been issues in matters concerning the majority and minority seat in the state in our government, of which we all understand that in parliament we have two categories: the majority and the minority, of which the majority comes from the other side, that tuko na members of parliament wengi than the other side. So hiyo ndio iko declared as the majority, but on this other side right now tunaona kuna Azimio na UDA saizi ndio has the leading number of participants, and Azimio tumeona namba yake ikideteriorate. So in this case ni gani ndio, ni chama gani ndio inafaa kukuwa na majority leader?
Okay. Right now it is like we are in a crisis, majority leadership crisis. That's what I can say in the National Assembly, because we have a court order that has declared the decision by the Speaker of the National Assembly, Moses Masika Wetangula. I think it was on October 2022 when he declared the Kenya Kwanza as the majority in the National Assembly. So according to that ruling, that decision by Speaker Moses Masika Wetangula was illegal. It was null and void. Now, after elections, I just want us to build a background to understand what exactly happened. My honest opinion, after the 9th August 2022 elections, it is true, Azimio were the majority. They had many members of parliament as compared to the Kenya Kwanza. But in Senate, it is true, the Kenya Kwanza were the majority. They had more senators than the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition Party. Now, the events that followed after President William Ruto was declared president-elect, now I'm talking about before he was sworn in, and immediately was sworn in, members of parliament started shifting sides. I can talk about the UDM. They decided to go to President William Ruto's coalition, that is the Kenya Kwanza. So now this is the post-election agreement. Remember, according to Political Parties Act, Coalition Political Parties Act, we have pre-coalition agreement and post-coalition agreement. So what happened was post-coalition agreement, but it was still illegal because they wrote letters to the Secretary General of Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition Party, which is Junet Mohammed. And by the way, I don't know where the offices of Azimio there. I don't know where they are, but that is a story for another day. So according to Junet Mohammed, it is like they have not left Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition Party. So legally, Azimio is the majority, but technically, Kenya Kwanza is the majority. And they are relying on those two things, post pre-coalition agreement and post-coalition agreement, where we have the UDM left, the Jubilee left, MDG left, PA left, chama ya nani ya UCS Alfred Mutua also left. So Azimio walibaki kama wako wachache, and the major parties in Azimio right now is ODM and Wiper. But my honest opinion, according to me, Azimio is dead. It is dead.
Yeah, it's evident. We can see it.
It is dead, Now, this story is about fighting whether Junet Mohammed will become the next majority leader in the National Assembly or minority leader in the National Assembly. From where I sit, I can preempt what Speaker Moses Masika Wetangula is going to do. It is an obvious decision. He is going to declare the Kenya Kwanza the majority because he is the party leader of four.
But as per now, we
Yes.
can see that the Speaker of the National Assembly, Moses Wetangula, is already in agreement with Junet, and he recognizes Azimio as the majority party.
Okay, so you see, so what happened yesterday? Just to add something on that, according to them, according to Moses Masika Wetangula yesterday, he said that right now we don't have the majority or the minority, because the court declared that decision null and void, but the court did not declare. I want our audience to understand. The court did not declare Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition Party
As the majority.
as the majority. They just said that that decision was not in accordance with the Kenyan Constitution 2010, and therefore it was null and void. And from where I speak, I just want to be honest. If there is one Speaker of the National Assembly that will go down in history as the most biased speaker, then it is none other than Speaker Moses Masika Wetangula. Because, you know, if you take a look at mature democracies, for example, let us just use a case study. Let's just take a look at the US, because our constitution borrowed so much provisions from the United States of America's constitution. Let me tell you, when Obama was president, there was a time that Republicans were majority in the Senate and in the Congress. If you go to even UK, there is a time that you will find that the Labour Party has got more members of parliament and the other has got fewer members of parliament. But as speaker, let's just do a case study of UK. When a party has got more members of parliament, automatically a speaker must declare that party the majority. But in Kenya, we love abracadabra. And that abracadabra was witnessed in 2022 when Moses Masika Wetangula illegally declared the Kenya Kwanza coalition the majority. But the truth of the matter, that particular, in fact, that decision brought confusion. Yes, it brought confusion. And they are arguing in a silly way by saying that Speaker Moses Masika Wetangula was elected by many MPs. What you have to understand, it is an election of the Speaker of the National Assembly. I might be maybe in Azimio or Jubilee or Kenya Kwanza coalition, but I can go against my party's wish and vote for, because it is a secret ballot. I can vote for Moses Masika Wetangula. But with him, it did not, he's a senior counsellor in the Republic of Kenya, but I wonder how he made one of the worst mistake
of doing what?
Of declaring Kenya Kwanza coalition as the majority, knowing very well they were not the majority, just because it was part and parcel of the Kenya Kwanza coalition before they won an election.
I think you can see for yourself the kind of government that we have.
Yes.
And at this point, we can't really blame the Speaker of the National Assembly for maybe being biased, And the other time, he chose Kenya Kwanza as the majority because he had his own reasons, or maybe we can say maybe he was cornered. Because there is no way you can turn your back against your party people. You understand?
Yeah.
So right now, whatever that we are saying, I feel like the Azimio coalition are just fighting for that position, because right now we can see that ODM party, the Azimio, is as good as gone. We don't have an opposition.
Azimio is dead.
It is dead.
Yes.
And we can see that still
In
they
fact,
want to retain that title.
What we need to understand, I don't know when they will declare the burial service for Azimio la Umoja, because it is dead.
No, after AUC chairpersonship selection.
Yes.
Because right now, if you say that Baba will win or not, utapigwa ma.
Another thing, allow me to remind our audience, if you listen to how Millie Odhiambo contributed in the National Assembly yesterday, she told Moses Masika Wetangula, the Speaker of the National Assembly, that you must obey court orders. Sometimes I do listen to how members of parliament speak in the National Assembly. Then you will wonder, we have advocates of the High Court, somebody like Moses Masika Wetangula, the Speaker of the National Assembly. We have the Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly, that is Gladys Boshole. Those are advocates of the High Court, and they have been there for a long time. I am wondering, what was so difficult that they could not interpret before it was taken to the Court of Law? And when now the Court of Law has interpreted the Constitution, they are now saying that that Constitution, and that ruling is being read selectively. I listened to what Moses Masika Wetangula said, that Senior Counsel Otinda Molo read the ruling selectively, forgetting some of the issues that were raised by a 3-judge bench. And they can't run away from this. That ruling was not made by one judge. It was a 3-judge bench ruling. And Moses Masika Wetangula, who is a senior lawyer, should understand that they made a mistake. And from where I sit, I think it is now coming out that our politicians are always lying to us. They don't tell the people of Kenya the truth.
Right.
It is not about us. It is about them. Yes. And Nani said, who is this guy? The funny member of parliament. Who is he? Junet Mohammed. Junet Mohammed said he's not leaving that seat anytime soon. So Kimani Chungwa should prepare.
I think the Azimio coalition are just bitter. And they can't fathom and accept the fact that it is gone.
That is Biki Songu. You said fathom.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what your thoughts are. Speak to me. My name is Salet Atieno, and this is the Kenya Today TV.
And my name is Juang Odero.